I'm Betsy Fitzgerald. I'm president and CEO of Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Heart of Georgia. My role is to oversee all agency work, ranging from finance, human resources, all the way to fundraising, marketing, as well as programming. But more importantly, that we also provide quality, safe programming following the national and local strict standards of practice that we have. It's a chance to work with vulnerable communities, groups that have been marginalized maybe through racism or poverty. It also helps me work with students who may be victims or have experienced violence in their own communities, and to allow them to be able to flourish, to become great kids, to become great citizens of the future, so they can provide for themselves and their family and be able to do anything that they want to do. We know that students in our program are affected in a positive way working with the mentors. They see increased participation in school, talking, asking questions, responding to teachers. We see them taking next steps, and that step could be college, it could be going straight into the workforce, the military, or going into a training program to be able to be productive. We see them having less negative interactions with law enforcement. If they had any, we try to make that zero or just keep it zero as the baseline. Overall, the program is extremely effective in doing many of these things. And I know with Big Brothers Big Sisters, we have a huge responsibility on our shoulders. We know we are one of those effective tools. We are just one of many that needs to touch our youth and our community to make it a better place. But it would be very irresponsible for us to ignore such a very important initiative. And we're very proud and honored to be working side by side a multitude of organizations of different sizes that have different programming, diverse types of things that they are doing to make a difference here. But all of us working together are going to be effective and be able to change the face, the culture of this community, and try to start the healing process. Because it's not just about violence, it's the after effects that we also have to look at, and our youth deserve it, and our families deserve it. As someone in this community, I have seen great growth, but I have also seen a lot of potential. And what's really holding us back a lot is the violence in our community, as well as the educational limitations that some of our students are having. And some of that is not because of the lack of great schools. It could be what's happening behind the scenes at home. I wish I could put protective bubbles around every kid and every person. And sometimes it's just you're not at the right place at the right time, and you're a victim because, by chance. But if we can make sure that at least some of these scenarios where they make good choices, if there's something that's not quite right, they kind of remove themselves from a situation, and like who they interact with and the type of things that's going on in their lives, like avoiding drugs and alcohol and other bad vices. We can set them up for that success, because we want them to live, because we want them for the future. We need more adults to step up to become mentors and not to be scared. And we have programming that if they are not able to do a full commitment for a year, like they might be able to work through their workplace, to work through some of our group mentoring opportunities. But we need everyone to be able to step up, to be able to help play a role. And that starts with our leaders. The other piece that we need is more funding and capacity. And right now, we're thankfully here in Macon-Bibb, currently, we have the capacity to really focus our resources on this community. But Big Brothers Big Sisters is not a Macon organization. We serve this region. And the kids in these more rural counties like Twiggs County and Peach County deserve just as much as Macon-Bibb. But it's all about capacity and being able to have quality employees to be able to work. But at the end of the day, if you ask me for my wish list, I'm going to say, send me mentors. The more kids we can support, the more impact we can have. I also am excited because this is an opportunity for us to meet new people and work with different organizations and individuals that might have been working on their own. And it's a chance for us to be able to share stories, to try to help each other, and also to be cheerleaders for each other. The work we do is hard. The stories we hear are devastating. But I know that knowing that there's other people that are experiencing the same challenges that we have, that we may be able to work together to address similar issues together, to be able to support staff, because our mental health is important too, and be able to do good for Macon Bibb.